YouTube family. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, November 20th, 2024. It's your man, Big D, and I'm back with another one. Before I start this next episode, I would like to thank all of you that have continued to show support for my son and I. He and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, we are at a point of no return. We have the situation going on with Ukraine firing long-range missiles over into Russia, striking one of their military bases. And you also have the Ukraine president Zelensky, after he fired on Russia, he also went so far as to jump on, the social media, the news outlet, and he made a video basically talking ish, basically saying, yeah, I sat down with my partners, meaning, the U.S. and other countries that's involved in that's affiliated with NATO. He said he sat down with his partners and they collectively came to the conclusion that they need to go on ahead and light Russia up. So that's what he did. So he would, after he lit them up, he went on the news outlet, pretty much talking ish, saying, you know what? Basically, to sum it up, he said the time for talking, is over. I'm done talking. I'm gonna let these missiles fly. Well, that's a problem because now you have Putin who sees that as a direct act of war on the part of the United States of America, since the U.S. are the ones who provided these long-range ATACMS missiles to Ukraine to use on Russia. Now you have North Korea that's going to the support of Russia. So how does this help us as a country? Well, let's look at the dynamics for a second. You have this new modern day military, not like the one I was in, not like the military that I was in when I was a young man. I'm pretty sure that some of the nonsense that they have going on in today's military now, today, with this whole woke mentality, where now in the military, you have to refer to people by their pronouns. And now you have men that could be women, women that could become men. So you have all this Babylon mindset has filtered over into the United States Armed Forces. And if you just go on and search it up, you'll see all these various TikTok videos of these soldiers that's twerking on these videos. I mean, I'm talking about twerking. And the sad thing about it is, these are men. That's right. These are men that's twerking all on these videos. Now, if it had been women twerking that were soldiers, I would still have a problem with that, because that goes against the very decorum of what the military stands for. The military is based on the foundation of discipline. And when you don't have discipline in the combat arena, you are going to have a loss of life. So in my opinion, to have this crazy woke mentality that has seeped into the military, that is going to be a problem. And I can assure you that countries like Russia, North Korea, hey, maybe they do. Hey, they probably got people who think like that over in their countries, who got this mindset, this woke mindset. But I tell you what, though, in their country, if they got that mindset, they keeping it to a hush. Because in their country, if you have a man wants to change his gender to a woman, or a woman who want to change her gender to a man's gender. Listen, in those countries like Russia, they ain't having that. So knowing that our military is now tainted, knowing that our military is not the same military when I was in, do you really think that we have a chance, a snowball chance in hell, of putting our troops up against their troops? And I know that there are still masculine men that are serving in the military, probably on their way to retire, because from what I understand, the military is having difficulty recruiting. And as a matter of fact, not only are they having difficulty recruiting, they having difficulty retaining people that have done their first enlistment, their second enlistment, because these people don't have, a lot of people don't agree with this woke mentality, especially as it pertains to serving on active duty. And make no beans about it, many people join the military for a plethora of reasons. Some joined because they was trying to kickstart their lives. Some join because they want to establish some type of foundation. Some join for the educational benefits. Some join for the ability to buy a house one day. See, there are all types of perks that go along with joining the military. So a lot of people join the military for a variety of reasons. But here's the thing. Understand that when you join the military, you go through what's called basic training. That is the indoctrination where they take a civilian and deprogram you of all the undisciplined, the military-like characteristics that civilians oftentimes bring with them when they join the military. So they have to deprogram you. They have to literally brainwash you to get you to understand that first and foremost, your first obligation is to protect the country. And that means that, yeah, maybe when you join the military, everybody go through basic training. Everybody learns the basic skill set to learn how to shoot an assault rifle or M16 or whatever they carry now. They learn the basic nuances of what it means to be a soldier. But then they go on, some go on to have the jobs that they originally signed up for. Some people are mechanics, some people are cooks, some people are clerks, some people work in administrative field. And then you have those few people that go into those combat arms, like infantry. So even though you have people that their primary job is not combat arms, when you initially go in the military, you learn the basic nuances of being a soldier. So that tells me that, yeah, you might be a mechanic, but if the ish hit the fan, you better know how to deploy your weapon. You better know how to actively acquire a target to fire upon when you have your weapon. You can't have this weapon and can't hit what you aiming at. So it's a lot of nuances that go with being a soldier. So how in the world do we feel comfortable as a country if it comes down to combat and we got these guys on TikTok twerking like women? That's right, I said it. They're out there gyrating their hips and shaking their asses like they women. Not only is it preposterous and distasteful that the military would even allow something like this to happen, but men are moving like women. How in the hell Can a person like that be successful in a combat arena? How in the world would I feel comfortable knowing that my battle buddy that I got to go to combat with, he might be a switch hitter. She might be a transformer, might be a Decepticon. And you and I both know when them bullets start flying and whizzing across your head, because here's the thing, when you practicing and rehearsing and doing your little target practice and what have you, see, the thing about target practice is them paper targets, they ain't shooting back. So anybody can be a superstar shooting some paper targets. But when you got an enemy that is actively trying to eradicate you, I guarantee your mindset gonna change. And if you got the mindset as a man that you on TikTok making twerking videos and shaking your derriere like you a woman, I don't know if you're gonna survive. TikTok, it's a scandalous and a shame how our country is being taken over. Masculinity is becoming a thing of the past. They are trying to do away with anything that has to do with being a masculine man. I don't know if it's by design. I don't know if this is just what we've come to, but I can tell you this, YouTube. Ain't nowhere in the world that some dude or dudes making TikTok videos that are soldiers in the United States Army twerking their asses are going to be able to handle a Russian soldier whose sole purpose is to take their head off. But what say you, family? How comfortable do you feel knowing that this is what's going on? Do you feel safe knowing that you live in a country that the very fabric of the military decorum and policies and procedures are slowly deteriorating away? Do you feel safe, family? Because I don't. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.